Fox News is now streaming live on Fox One. When it matters most, turn to the voices you trust. We go beyond the headlines, bringing you the stories you won't hear anywhere else. Live coverage, sharp analysis, real perspective. At home or on the go, stay connected when it counts. Stream Fox News on Fox One. Download today.
Hello and welcome to the Morning 5. We're glad you're with us today. I'm Byrd, Wilt, your temporary host while Michael Ware is traveling. Today is Thursday, May 7th, 2026. Let's start with a reading from Deuteronomy 8. The whole commandment that I command you today you shall be careful to do, that you may live and multiply and go in and possess the land that the Lord swore to give to your fathers. And you shall remember the whole way that the Lord your God has led you these 40 years in the wilderness, that he might humble you, testing you to know what was in your heart, whether you would keep his commandments or not. And he humbled you and let you hunger, and fed you with manna, which you did not know, nor did your fathers know, that he might make you know that man does not live by bread alone, but man lives by every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. Your clothing did not wear out on you, and your foot did not swell these 40 years. Know then in your heart that as a man disciplines his son, the Lord your God disciplines you. So you shall keep the commandments of the Lord your God by walking in his ways and fearing him. May God bless the reading of his word. Now for the news. First up, Republicans in Tennessee announced their plans to redraw their congressional map with the intention of making it easier for Republicans to win House seats in the state. The map would slice up Memphis, a mostly black city, and Shelby County into 3 districts, and it may enable Republicans to flip Tennessee's one remaining Democratic seat in the House. The Tennessee state legislature is expected to vote on the new map as soon as today. The move comes after the Supreme Court raised the threshold for proving racial gerrymanders under the Voting Rights Act, as we told you about recently. Next up, Ted Turner, a pioneer in 24/7 broadcast news, who was the founder of CNN, died at age 87 yesterday. He was also a philanthropist who advocated for getting rid of nuclear weapons and also for conserving public land. At one point, he worked to help reintroduce bison to the American West. Last for today's quick updates, we wanted to tell you about a pastor in China who has now been in prison for more than 208 days amid a crackdown on Christians there. His name is Ezra, and his daughter Grace is asking the Chinese government to release him. Mr. Jin is the pastor of Zion Church. The U.S. government has also demanded his release. President Donald Trump is set to meet with Chinese leader Xi Jinping next week. Human rights activists hope the president will raise Pastor Jin's case as well as the cases of other imprisoned people in China who are being persecuted for their religions or ethnicities. We're praying for Pastor Jin, his family, his church, and all those who are facing oppression for their faith. With that, let's get into our main story. A trial for treating a rare genetic form of the degenerative disease ALS is showing promise, a rare step forward in fighting an ailment that weakens and ultimately kills the people who have it. The New York Times reported on the trial, focusing on a woman who has lost 14 family members to this genetic form of ALS. As an adult, she contracted it as well. Soon she had a hard time breathing and was losing her strength, and her neurologist, Dr. Nathan Carberry, said he expected her to have only a few months of life remaining. But she started taking a new drug, it's called tofersen, each month through infusions in her spinal canal. It wasn't clear in clinical trials of this drug if it would actually help people, but for this woman it did. She eventually began to have more breathing capacity, and her muscle strength has improved. This isn't a cure for all ALS cases. Most patients do not have this genetic version of the disease. In fact, only about 2% of ALS patients have this form of it, caused by a particular gene mutation. But this is a breakthrough, and it provides real hope that doctors may be able to treat ALS in the future. I'll read from that New York Times report. A study following 46 of the trial patients for about 3 years found that nearly 20% improved in breathing, strength, and function. While about 75% did not stabilize or improve, their decline was still slower than expected, said Dr. Miller, whose lab developed tofersen with Biogen and Ionis Pharmaceuticals. That was especially true if they received tofersen earlier in their disease at the trial's start, instead of first receiving a placebo for 6 months. For Paula Trefiak of Regina, Saskatchewan, ALS was so prevalent in her family that as a child she learned to walk by pushing relatives' wheelchairs and reading by holding newspapers for an afflicted cousin. 26 relatives have died of ALS, including her father at age 56. In her 20s, she began experiencing muscle twitching. An avid amateur ballet dancer, she had to quit because of balance problems. Later, she had to stop working as an emergency medical responder. She started the tofersen trial soon after being diagnosed in 2016, but didn't receive the full dose until 2019. Gradually, her breathing and strength improved. Now, she said, I can go up on my toes like a ballerina. Let's stop there for today and go to the Lord in prayer. Dear Father, always near us, may your name be treasured and loved. May your rule be completed in us. May your will be done here on earth in just the way it is done in heaven. Give us today the things we need today, and forgive us our sins and impositions on you, as we are forgiving all who in any way offend us. Please don't put us through trials, but deliver us from everything bad, because you are the one in charge, and you have all the power, and all the glory too is all yours forever, which is just the way we want it. Thank you for joining me today. As always, The Morning 5 is brought to you in partnership with the That Sounds Fun network and is supported by the Center for Christianity and Public Life. If you would like to learn more about our work at CCPL, you can visit ccpubliclife.org. We hope you have a terrific Thursday.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.